well, we just had to check the date. It's the 26th. It's Saturday the 26th of October 2024, and we've actually gone for a walk down on the Paseo Maritimo. The weather seems to have settled a little bit, but I'll tell you more about that in a moment. And it's always nice to come and walk along, looking at the boats and enjoying the good life, as the boat says over there. Just coming in. So the day didn't start off so well, at least as far as the weather's concerned. We had an absolute downpour where we were in Genova and all over Palma and pretty much the whole island. And the fact the southwest of the island was on orange alert for rain, and it certainly felt like it in our house. We had a lot of rain, but I think some parts of the island had even more. In the mountains where the reservoirs are, hopefully they gained a little bit of the rain that came down. And I think Inca area got 120 litres per square metre. This is how they do it here. So that's a lot of rain. They were predicting about 20 or 30 maybe, and I think maybe we had about that, or maybe up to 50, but certainly had a lot of rain this morning. And some of it was in the house. Well, I think we're pretty much dried up now, and just like always in Mallorca, the weather just changes again. It's not so warm. The temperature's dropped with all the rain. It's dropped again, but I think it'll go up in the next few days. But it still might be a little bit unsettled. But, quite pleasant for a walk. I've just got a hoodie on. And she says, "Do I need my sunglasses?" No, I don't think so. It's actually 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's going to be going dark soon. And
the hour changes tonight, does it?
The hour changes tonight, so this time tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow, it will be pretty much dark. You can see there are still a lot of clouds around, but even the amount of rain that we had today, if you just look down here, it's dry. Not that side, of course, that's the sea. This side, it's dry, with a few puddles. Anita did actually get some complaints. We had some rain a few days ago, and someone who lives on the Paseo Maritimo was complaining about floods on the Paseo Maritimo, on the new part, and on the paved area as well. So I don't know if that's something they can deal with. Lots of lovely boats out. I'm just going to take a couple of photographs. I don't know, it's just something about boats that I like. I like the shape of them, the sound of them. And they come in all different shapes and sizes, so they're always something interesting to look at. I did do a drive along the Paseo Maritimo. I didn't actually do any voiceover, so it was just a matter of people out looking, and you can see what the work is. There is a massive amount of work going on the other side there. This side they've not yet touched, and in the paper it said that the work on the Paseo Maritimo was scheduled to be finished in October. That's now. It's supposed to be finished, but they've obviously missed that target, and they're now looking at April next year, which I think is a little bit optimistic. We'll see. At the moment, all of this side where we're walking now, where the cars are, where all the pipes and tubes and containers are, all of that's got to be dug up and redone, and they've got to create the parks that they've promised us. So this is all going to be a beautiful promenade. So hopefully by next summer that's what it'll be. And we'll be walking in something completely different. I'm quite looking forward and excited about that. And we've been looking at the work that's been started now in Magaluf, and how the businesses are suffering just at the end of this season. Many of them have already closed, and I think the rest pretty much will be closing in the next week or two. But they will not normally be closed during the winter, right through till Easter of next year. And the work there is due to be finished before the season starts, so around about Easter time, we'll see. And they don't get any compensation for this. They don't get any money back from the government. And it's been far worse really for the businesses along the Paseo Maritimo, because it's just gone on for so much longer. Just looking at the water, it does look a bit murky. I'm not surprised actually how much rain they've had. Just watching that boat coming in, Gwenely. So it's covered with solar panels. There's got to be a future in sailing and boating with solar panels. I'll take a photograph. Usually around this time, 6 o'clock, you get quite a lot of people out walking. I think some people today are not sure what the weather's going to do, so they're staying inside. Right, I think it probably is. Yeah, it's a 70-foot sun reef covered in solar panels. More news that I saw today is that it looks like getting the go-ahead for a railway going to the airport. It was something that was talked about by the previous government, and in fact they'd actually got a route and everything planned for a tram or I'm not sure whether it was going to be a full-blown railway. Now they've got a full-blown railway planned. That's the good news, and the bad news is it's not expected to be completed until 2032. And if it's got anything to go by, the work that they're doing here on the Paseo Maritimo and elsewhere, 2032 might be a little bit on the optimistic side again. Yes, I don't know. I think we do miss having a rail link to the airport. I think most big airports throughout the world do have rail links. I don't know if that's true, but certainly a lot of the ones we go to have a rail link, and it's a great way of getting out of the airport and into the city or onto our next destination. And Palma really doesn't have that. having said that,
With it being such a big airport, it would.
yeah, having said that, they do have the buses, but a lot of those will be stopping at the end of next week. They only run to the end of October. There are some, obviously, that do run all the year round, and the A1 is a regular one which will go into Palma to Plaza España. So yeah, you can get out of Palma Airport on the A1 bus. That'll take you into Plaza España, and there you've got the intermodal station that'll get you to just about all areas of the island. And on Monday, there's I think nationally, I don't think it's just locally, I think nationally there is a public transport strike, buses at least. Might not include trains, but buses. Here in Mallorca, they've said that 60% of the TIB buses, that's the yellow and red ones over there, look, they will be operating, but 60% of them during half term. Certainly for Palma Nova was very busy when we were down there. A lot of half term people had already started, and we went to Porta P today because it was raining so much. Porta P being the shopping mall, it's indoor, and it was packed. But what was noticeable was that there were a lot of people speaking English, and there were a lot of children. And I think that's just indicative of the fact that half term is upon us. And speaking to some families, their children are lucky that they've got a 2-week half term. It's the auditorium across there, where they have all the shows. Just looking here, you can see the work that's still got to be done there. I think I don't know what they're going to do. At the moment they've got a roundabout in there. There's a big show on, must be because there's big trucks outside.
Children's show. This time last year we got our tickets to Jethro Tull. Yeah,
and really, I think one of the things I'd really missed out in my youth, that just to go to see Jethro Tull, we managed to do that. And the disappointing thing was that they didn't have a keyboard player, so they didn't play a lot of the tunes that I really like. But it was still really good to see Ian Anderson doing such a great job.
Strutting his stuff.
Now we've actually got the lane on the far side, the land side is open all the way along, I think now, and in some parts the lane in the middle is open, and they're in the process of tarmacking the parts that are not open. So that is going to be opened up soon, and then they'll start work on this side, and that will really mean big changes. And Anita was saying as we were coming down, does that mean we can't walk along the promenade along here in Palma? And well, remains to be seen, but my guess is yeah, we won't be able to walk along the promenade, or at least the sections that they're working on.
These things around the trees here as well.
These lampposts.
There's a
No, these are temporary lampposts, so they must have moved these posts, whatever they were, the lights. And they put them temporarily away while they do all the work. Again, the water looks quite high here. I think that's indicating we've got a low pressure, which will figures with the weather that we've been having. But certainly the next few days seem to be a little bit unsettled, and then as the week progresses, the temperature should start to go up again and get back to normal. So probably not much above 20 degrees today, 21. And I was looking at my Facebook and it said that 11 years ago it was 30 degrees on this day. So I still think we've got some good weather to come.
Well, if you think of bonfire nights.
That's one of the things that goes through my mind when people ask me about the weather. I think about things like that, things that are events, particularly outdoor events like bonfire night. And bonfire night, we'd be setting up the bonfire in t-shirts in the sun, and it would be really, really warm. And so look, yeah, provisionally we're being diverted to the other side of the road. Cross over here. Some people are whizzing by, but it says no, it's prohibited. It's a bit of a zigzag though, so cross here, go over a little bridge there. Got a green man. We can't walk there. Look, you've got to come down this way. And you've got to climb over here. And we're just in front of the Hotel Palma Baleares. And oh, it's busy, busy. Cross again. That's the car park that we sometimes use going to concerts, and now we're on to what's the more or less finished side. This is the side that they've now done the paving, which now looks really quite good, and they've planted the trees, they put the new lighting in, and so yeah, this is really a picture of what it's going to be like. And the main thing that's noticeable is just how wide this is. Much wider, 3 times as wide as it used to be. So this will be the promenade. And they're doing the other side. This is where we'll have to walk. And looks like other people have already got the message, because there's a lot of people walking on this side. Looking pretty busy. And now the
Coffee
restaurants.
somewhere, shall we?
Yeah, restaurants have actually got a little bit of space, which is a bit more comfortable, and put their parasols out. Indian restaurant here.
We're going to see Bluey.
Taste of India.
I think Bluey's on.
Bluey.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls would like that, wouldn't they?
Take a photograph of me by it, since that's like
Oh, that's why there's so many people around. All the children are going to see Bluey.
car goes on, but I bet it's going to be in Spanish.
Anissa wants to have a photograph taken with Bluey. I think she'll have to queue up with the children to get. She wants to get a photo done there. Oh, this is the queue here. This is the queue to have your photo taken with Bluey. But along here we've got all of the different things that they've got on. That's one of the next ones that's on. But things like Godspell, I remember going to see that in Birmingham. Zimmer and Williams, they are really two great composers of music for films. Tribute groups: Dire Straits, Giselle, Rapunzel, Road to Hell, Handel's Messiah, Queen. And then the New Year's concerts, which we have actually been to, and Chicago, which is a show we went to see in London, isn't it?
Same production in New York.
It's the same production as the New York production. And that's 21st to the 24th of November.
Have a look at that and see what language it's in.
So, lots of things there, and all the families queuing up. Anita's going to miss out on a photo with Bluey. I think children are going to take preference. There's a big queue of people to get their tickets as well. Now, this is the Palma Auditorium, and it's one of the places we go to quite often. Well, Bluey clearly has lots of fans here. This is another place where I'm noticing the great width we've got outside, because you used to come out of the auditorium, more or less you were straight into crossing the road, and now we've got all of this really good space, and the new trees, the new palm trees that are here. So yeah, this is, now we're starting to feel the benefit of the work that was done over the last 2 years. Here's the big trucks that I mentioned earlier. These are the ones that will be bringing the sets for the show. It's quite a common sight to see these big trucks parked outside, and there's different shows on, bringing all of the costumes and all of the sets that you need to go on to put on these productions. The ice cream place will be doing well tonight. Children here. And the business is getting all set up for the evening. sun goes down, the clouds light up, and it should look quite impressive out there. Piccola closed down, and whatever's coming soon has been coming soon for a long time, and no sign of it coming. I don't know, we missed this summer. I'm just reading an article about Gosport. Gosport's a town in Hampshire that we visit quite regularly, and we've noticed that it is a town that's run down, but it's not on its own. I think a lot of the towns up and down the country.
Well, they're doing Yeovil off, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, Yeovil, Yeovil's having a lot of money spent in it. It's taken a long time, but hopefully that will lead to some improvements in the middle of the town. But we come from Stoke-on-Trent, and when I go to places like Hanley or Newcastle, or almost never go to Stoke. Stoke is incredibly run down as not really the city centre. Hanley's the city centre, but even that is run down. They're just not the places that we remember from 40 years ago. And reading lots of people's comments on Gosport, they're talking about their hometowns in the UK, and it's a similar story. They just need to be revitalised, and all of these empty shops, the places that are boarded up and closed down, somebody must own them. They must be losing money on them. They need to be somehow made to open them or rent them out or change their use.
Should we go here?
Is this where you want to go?
Definitely not.
A bit early for me. It's nearly 7 o'clock. People are queuing up to go into a club. Thought that didn't happen till midnight. Well, mate, your lights are flashing, you can go.
It says we can cross.
Go down here, shall we?
Where should we go here?
Kenzo. Just in front of the Melia Victoria up there. They've got a lovely terrace that looks out over the port. And when we were there, we didn't really notice too much of the work that's going on. There it is, right in front of you. Well, we stopped off for a coffee and looking at the amazing clouds that are going over, and also the starlings, aren't they? Just millions of stars. What's it called? Well, a lot of birds. Anyway, we're going to have a coffee now, so cheers everyone. Murmuration. Well, it was a nice coffee, and we're going to carry on. The thing I want to have a look at while we're on the Paseo Maritimo, particularly on this side of the Paseo Maritimo, is the bridge, which is still here. And
Bridge to nowhere.
Bridge to nowhere, exactly. It did go to the swimming pool and the social club, but the swimming pool and the social club are now being completely demolished. And they actually started the landscaping. Just over here you can see now the trees, and it's all starting to look how it's supposed to be. So it's beginning to look that way. Bus stops here are in operation. We're getting these murmurations going over. And it's Saturday night, so disco night and all of that sort of thing. And this is Leo's. And that's right next to the Mercat.
Some of them coming now.
I don't think I can film these. They're just flying overhead. There they are, look, almost in formation. This is the Mercat 1930. It's a sort of a restaurant where you've got different themes and you can order from different stations. And we did try it, and it was just on a very, very noisy night. I think we need to try it on a different night. I'm sure it'll work well. This is the bridge I was talking about. I'll just get a photo of it. And so this bridge used to go to the centre, which is where it goes to now. And there used to be the social club there, there used to be the swimming pool there, but now it goes to nowhere. But the building that it's attached to, which is where this Mercat 1930 is a listed building. The bridge is listed as well, and there's lots of talk going on about how it's going to be removed and what's going to take its place. And the people who live in the block here say, well, we've lost our swimming pool, we want a swimming pool. And they're talking about having a swimming pool within the complex of the block here. So when this goes with approval, and they want to have a swimming pool. That doesn't seem unreasonable, really, to me. Anyway, it's got to get approval. Everything's got to go through the correct channels. But up there is the Mediterranean restaurant, Bahia Mediterranean, and it's got a lovely terrace with fantastic views and fantastic prices. Well, the starters vary from 9 to 32 euros, pastas from 24 euros to 106 euros. If you want pratos principales, so yeah, pratos principales start, main dishes 28 euros up to 82 euros for a Chateaubriand. So not ridiculous prices.
No, they're not really, are they?
We've actually been to several functions there, and we've always thought what a fantastic place it is. Shall we cross over here, do you think? Back, I can't remember where we've parked the car.
They're the same ones flying back and forth.
No, these starlings are moving really fast, aren't they? Temporary traffic lights, not temporarily changing for us. We can get across now. And now we can perhaps see a little bit more of the road and see things from a slightly different angle. So there's the bridge from a different angle, and here's the road. Oh, now we can just see right down this road, look. And I think they hope some parts of this they've already put the lines on it. But, still, yeah, this has only recently been laid. remember photographing the boats over here, so we were a bit further down this way. And there's still a few people out walking, out on their bicycles or running. And there are a couple of cruise ships that came in today, and I can see the TUI one there, and there's an AIDA one. They must have had a terrible morning with the weather. Not sure what the people did. They were probably in the Portopee shopping centre. That was probably what was making it so crowded. I can hear the birds. I think they must be in the trees.
Que necesita más tiempo.
Well, we must nearly be back at the car, so I think it's time for us to say goodnight. It's going dark anyway. That's been a very nice walk this evening, so thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.